Yo, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to the shop. Hope everybody had a really good Christmas. If you haven't gone and copped the Cheers to 2021 drop yet, go ahead and grab that. Like I've said before, the hoodie's pretty much almost gone, but there's a few left. We do still have shirts. I'm running a discount all of this week for 10% off. For those of you that were lucky, I did do a 20% off on Christmas Day. But yeah, if you want to go grab those, please do. Link is in the top of the description. But anyways, my goal now is to try and get the car on the ground. I mentioned in the previous video that the wheels are sold and the new owner is coming to pick them up. That is actually on Sunday. So I have really a couple of days to tie some stuff together, get this thing on the ground and test fit it with these wheels on it, because after these wheels are gone, I'm not going to have any way that I can really put this thing down on the ground or like test fit to see if everything clears until I get another set of wheels. The stocks will fit in the rear, but they're not the same size. I think they're a little bit taller than those wheels are with the big ass tires, and the stocks definitely won't go in the front because the spindles and the NRCAs, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, until I can get like another set of roller wheels, the car won't be back on the ground, but it needs to be back on the ground this week so that I can test fit it with those, because the last thing that I want to do is go ahead, commit to welding everything up, thinking that I have everything clearance properly, get a new set of wheels, get everything on there, thinking that I'm going to be good to go, and then realize that it doesn't clear the way I want it to and need to cut everything out and start over again. So I want to try and make sure that I get it right the first time. We really need to get this car on the ground, on these wheels this week before the new owner picks the wheels up, so that I know for sure where everything needs to be. So I came over here the other day and started tying up a few little bits. I did start recording a video, but I gave up because I literally just kept hitting roadblocks and couldn't do anything about it. So nothing really to see on this side, but I did start doing some stuff on the other side. As you can see, this side is put back together, but there is an issue. I didn't think about this, but I put everything together, didn't bother switching the studs out for the extended studs so that we could do, you know, the right size spacer and whatever for this wheel. I just basically did this and thought that the stock was going to fit. I don't know why, but clearly it's not because of the spindle and the NRCAs. So I don't have any other wheel to put on there but this. So right now there's a 25 mil spacer on there, because obviously I can't put a 15 mil because there's blah, blah, blah. We've been over this, but I think I'm probably going to pull this back off, take the caliper and the rotor off and switch the studs today, just because it has to be done regardless, so we may as well do it. And I did notice that the hub on this spindle is pretty much fucked, like the bearings are fucked in it. So probably gonna have to replace the hubs, but I'm not worried about that just yet because we're not driving the car yet. And then coming to the back, I put all of this back together for the most part. One thing that I needed to do back here is the strut on this side needs to be adjusted like I did on the other side, and also I pinched the airline on this side when I was putting the subframe back in, so I need to do something about that, and I needed to get replacement line ideally, but I can't find anywhere locally right now that I can get it from. I know I can go to a truck shop and just get whatever, but I'm pretty sure I may have like a PTC fitting somewhere so I can cut out the section that was pinched and then just use a PTC fitting just so that it connects it back together and it holds air, just so I can get it on the ground, and that's it basically. I also need to attach the drive shaft back up to the Weebo, and I think that's about it for the back, other than the strut needing to be adjusted. Oh yeah, and then the fronts. I wanted to adjust the struts in the front as well. I don't know whether I'm going to get onto that today or not, because I may not need to. The only reason I wanted to do that is because I want to try and see if I can firm up the ride a little bit more. So by winding the coil up further, I'm hoping that I can try and get it to actually run stiffer so it runs slightly higher pressures. I don't need to do that because I'm not driving the car. I am literally just trying to get it on the ground and air up and down so that I can literally test fit where everything's at. So yeah, we are gonna start with trying to see if I can figure out that airline. So luckily enough, we did an air suspension install on Michael's Mazda 6 the other week, and there's a bunch of like leftover fittings and stuff, and we actually bought push-to-connects because we cut an airline piece too short. And I'm wondering if we have extras some here. Well, no, that's not. I was really hoping there was going to be leftover airline, but this is literally all that we have, so. Alright, I think I have a pretty good idea as to how I can ghetto rig this. I have this. This is a 3/8 to 1/4 inch female to female. So, what I'm thinking is, funny story, this is actually a 3/8 airlift. And I actually run 1/4 inch lines and bags, but I have to run these push-to-connects off it. And the reason for this is just because I bought this setup used, didn't realize it was 3/8, and then when it broke and I warrantied it, I meant to tell them, hey, send me a 1/4 inch version, but I forgot, and so I have another 3/8 still. But I mean, it works as normal, I just have these to convert it. But I do have a ton of 3/8 line, so what I'm going to do is just run 3/8 line down and under up to the point where it like is where the pinch is, and then we'll just throw this bad boy on there and convert it to 1/4 inch for the last little bit. As you can see right here, that's where it was pinched. I mean, I don't actually see a hole in it per se, but you know, air's not going to flow through that very well, so that is all good. I will say this 3/8 line is built like a fucking rock. It's extremely difficult to work with because it's like rock hard and like doesn't want to like bend or flex. Oh yeah, the other thing I forgot, I actually need to remove the sway bar in the rear because it will hit the body of the car before it's all the way down. And I need to notch the body on this side for the upper arm. Totally forgot about that too. So yeah, there's like a bunch of little things that I keep forgetting that need to be done. But yeah. The sway bar is out. I had to cut one of the end links out, but it's out now. Okay, next thing to address in here would be notching the body right there for the edge of the upper arm, which I didn't do a very good job of on the other side, and I can guarantee I'm probably not going to do that good of a job on this side either, because there's no like easy way to get the cutting wheel in there, but we'll do what we can. So I started cutting, and then I realized that the strut actually has to come out for me to adjust it anyway, so I may as well wait until I have the strut out, and then I'll have a lot more space in here to be able to do that, and I can do the same thing on the other side and make it a little bit cleaner. Alright, we have both of the struts out, adjusted them accordingly, so they are now both level and shortened. Okay, so I was just going to put this in, and I was moving around and I could feel something inside of the bag moving. Like there is something rolling around inside of the bag. I'm gonna take this apart and find out what the fuck that is. Okay, well I physically cannot get this bag off of here. It is like fully fucking seized on there, but I wanna see if you can hear it. Hear that? There's something rolling around inside of the bag. I have no fucking clue, and I can't get in there to look. Well, whatever it was that was rolling around in there, we may never know, because I can't get it off, so I'll just put it back in. Didn't seem to be affecting how the strut performed, because it's been in there since I've had it, supposedly. There's no other way it could have got in there, but I ain't worried about it. It'll be fine. I want to get new struts anyway, because fuck these G2 struts. Once again, if there's any company out there that is interested in working with me to develop better performing air suspension, please hit me up, because I would love to create some air struts that are actually like stiff as fuck. They ride like they're static. So somebody let me know. I did actually hit up PBM. They had no interest whatsoever. A couple of people sent me their way and said, yo, PBM do air struts, they're sick, blah, blah, blah. They had no interest whatsoever. I tried to explain to them what it was that I was looking for, and they were just like, no, the more air you put in the bag, the stiffer it'll be. I'm like, I know that. I'm trying to see if we can valve the damper to be more aggressive. AirTech, maybe? Do you guys want to send me some fucking struts and we can like make them more aggressive? I would love to work with Broadway suspension, and I talked to them forever ago about this, but then when I hit them up earlier this year, they said that they're not doing air struts anymore. So I was like, great, can't do anything with them. But if Broadway does decide that they want to do it again, please hit me up. Okay, we got both struts back in, so that's Gucci. We'll leave the studs in the front on the other side. We'll just keep that 25mm spacer on there. Just be careful not to air out on top of the flare. Yeah, we'll just slap the wheels on and drop it down. All right, so I need to get the Excursion in here so that I can jump start the LS because the battery is completely dead. Michael's BRZ is here again. He sold it and now has it back for the second time after selling it, and the keys are not here. I am going to try to get the Excursion through this gap, which is, this is said gap. I think it can fit. It's just going to be really awkward to be able to maneuver it to get it to that angle where it will drive straight through there. That's the only problem. Especially when it comes to backing it out. I'm not entirely sure how well that's going to go. Never mind, I found the keys. So this thing supposedly just got headers and a full exhaust and is supposedly obnoxiously loud right now. So yeah, we're gonna see how fucking loud it is. It's not, what time is it? It's not super late. It's only 6:30, so we ain't really gonna disturb anybody. It just feels so much later because it's dark. Holy shit, that sounds fucking horrible. Absolutely disgusting. All right, throw some wheels on this thing, then jump start it, and then let the tank build pressure, and hopefully drop it back on the ground. Okay, she has wheels on her. Obviously, I can't run the actual 15mm spacer on the back to get the fitment where I wanted it, so it doesn't have a spacer on it, which means it's probably gonna fit like fucking stock body right now, and it's not gonna look right with the flare, but that's okay. We just need to know where this sits in comparison to what's up in here, or what's not really up in there anymore, but you get the point. We just need the rear end to be on the ground, see where it sits. And also the front, the last time the front was actually on the ground, we didn't have NRCAs and we didn't have these spindles. So I don't know if this much more camber is gonna stop the front bumper from being as low as it was before. And if that is the case, it means that we're gonna have to do some more hammering and cutting and stuff to get that to sit even lower. But I'm hoping it's in the exact same spot that it was when we last had it on the floor. So anyway, let's jump start it. All right, it's on, it runs, it sounds perfectly healthy. I did connect up the air suspension, but it keeps turning on and then turning back off, and I'm pretty sure it's just because it can't get enough power. So I'm gonna give it a couple of minutes. It's probably gonna get a little bit smoky up in here, but then we'll try it again. Hopefully it can stay on and have enough power to build up tank pressure. It's on, please stay on. Okay, so the fronts will not air up at all. Like, they're at max pressure right now, which means, obviously, I need to adjust those struts, like, pretty clear. But the rear is up, and we want to see that go down. So I'll finish letting it build pressure, and then once the compressor's off, we're going to drop that down and see where it lays. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is back on the ground. Holy shit, it is like so weird to see my car right now because it literally looks so unbelievably fucking low. Like, it looks like an entirely different car. Like, when it's on the ground like this, I can really see like how fucking long this car is. Obviously, this side's gonna sit up higher because I have a stock in the rear and I want to let it go lower and nothing's cut. And then this, I don't want it to sit on the fender, so that's staying up. But if we look at this side, it looks like the bumper is just a hair higher. So we may end up doing a little bit of like hammering on the inside of there just to get it to drop that little bit more. But I mean, where everything's at right now, dude, this is, I'm so happy right now. If we take a step back to right here, you can pretty much see that everything looks like it's sitting pretty level. The rear doesn't look like it's raked anymore, which is fantastic. So I did notice the tire pressure is a little bit low in that tire, so this may be sitting slightly inaccurately. It's possible that with more air that might sit up a little bit higher, but from what I can see, the car is basically laying on the body. It's not like 100% on the ground, but here's the thing. The thing is, this aero sits just a little bit lower than the body does, so we're gonna put the rear bumper on in a second, and we'll see where that's at, and that'll give us a good idea as to where the skirts are gonna be whenever I can get them. But hopefully everything should line up pretty close to where the front bumper is. So it's like on the ground all the way around, and then those back corners on the rear bumper I'm hoping are gonna be like really, really close to the floor, if not touching. Dude, yes! As I predicted, holy fucking shit. I could not be more excited about that. Oh my fucking god. Oh. Good lord. Yo, this is crazy. This is fucking crazy. I'm so giddy right now. I'm just giggling at looking at this car. Like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I'm so excited. This much closer to seeing what this thing's gonna look like finished, man. This is really exciting to see this. I don't even know what to say. I'm so happy right now to just see this thing like back on the ground and just. It looks so funny not having skirts. Like, the front comes down so like aggressively straight and boxy, and then the side just like slopes off and disappears under the car. It looks super weird right now, but once it has skirts on it and it like lays exactly the same as the front, holy shit, dude. Like, this thing's just a box, but it's a really long, low box. One of the things that's weird for me that I don't even know if it's just because I haven't seen this car on the ground in such a long time is just how low the roof is compared to me. I am 5'8", and this is straight up like below my nipples. This is a big fucking car. Yeah, I have to show you this. Like, that is incredible. That's just insane how like fucking thick that looks. Like, for me, this is like probably gonna be my favorite part, is the fact that this bumper like, it sticks out so far and is that close to the floor, and then the corners are on the ground. This is insane. I'm genuinely concerned. For one, when I try to take this car out of here, it's got to have no bumpers on it, and it's probably not coming back in here. It might, but it's going to be a challenge. And two, I'm actually going to have to worry about that on entrances. Like, no longer do I just have to worry about my front bumper. Like, the rear bumper is going to be a massive fucking issue because, like, dude, it's on the ground and it sticks out like fucking 10 feet. But oh my God, look, would you just look at it?
You know, when I see a car like this, first thing I do is I say, would you look at this? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, of course, this is not how the fitment is going to sit. This is with zero spacer. The intention was I was going to have a 15 mil spacer, but I can't run it because I don't have extended studs, and I'm not going to put extended studs in the rear if I'm going to get new wheels. So, yeah, that is with no spacer. It's pretty sunken in, but it looks like it tucks a lot more just because it's sat so much further back that way. I promise you it's probably exactly the same as the front if it had the spacer on it, but dude, this is amazing. Fuck, dude, I cannot wait to get the skirts. I can't wait to get this thing, like, start body work on it. I can't wait to fucking start doing interior stuff. I just cannot wait to see this thing coming together, man. This is fucking exciting as shit, and this is probably the best way to end off my 2020. Like, been a rough year. We can all agree on that. And this, for me, to just, you know, end off the last couple days in this year, it's made it okay. This made 2020 okay. To be fair, 2020's been like a good year for me considering the circumstances. There's been a lot of ups and downs, but overall, it's been a good business year for me. 21, man, I'm so pumped. I'm so excited to get further into this thing, and I'm still on the edge about whether it's going to get done for Riverside. I'm going to say right now, it's probably unlikely. It's possible that it could be done, but I'm not going to be happy with it if it's rushed, and I don't want to make mistakes and have to go back and redo them. So, yes, I am going to take my time, and if it's possible that, you know, we can get it to Riverside because it's looking good, then we'll make it happen. If not, I'm not going to rush it. I'm going to hold off and just keep slowly working at it, but it will be done at some point in 2021 and be at shows with my booth. All right then, ladies and gentlemen, I think it is time to end. I'm absolutely starving, ready to go home and get something to eat, but I'm glad this thing's back down on the ground. It will unfortunately be going back up in the air later this week. This may or may not be the only time that we see this on the ground on these wheels because, like I said, they're going, and I don't know what's next yet. I'm trying to work on something potentially, but yeah, I mean, this is an exciting moment really to just see where the car's at. I know the rear can come down a little bit further, but I don't want it to because it's already so low. The front actually needs to drop a little bit. So yeah, but like I said, if you haven't already, go to the store and cop these. It really means a lot. This year has obviously been a rough year for all of us, and this shirt kind of summarizes pretty well going into 2021 with full optimism for a better year. But yeah, go grab these. Couple hoodies left, plenty of shirts, 10% off this week. We may do a sale for New Year's, we'll see, but don't wait because you might miss out. Also, there's still tons of stock of other stuff on the website. I have fitment shirts in every size. No fake wheel shirts were a little low on. Saddle hoodies, still got those. Sold out of 3X. Still got a bunch of shit, but go to the store, go browse some stuff. Really means a lot to see you guys help support, and eventually brand's going to grow, and hopefully we can start picking up other projects like this to work on, and really just grow this channel overall, but I can't do it without you guys. So thank you guys so much for supporting, whether you're just watching the videos, you're actually copying merchandise, booking shoots, whatever. Thank you. I massively appreciate it. We will see you guys in another video pretty soon. I am going to be back over here doing a little bit more in the car, but thanks guys for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye.